remember the DC snipers?
Mm-hmm.
I used to think any white van that drove by was them niggas.
Oh no,
I used to be paranoid.
I was very happy about the DC sniper. I was very happy.
Why?
About that. We got free days off.
That never happened with us. We still had to go.
No, like I didn't go to school. Like for the first, like it was like a Thursday and Friday when they attacked. Mm-hmm. They let us go.
I don't remember ever being out. I just remember all of us on the bus riding back home from school, and all of us seeing a white van ride by, and all of us on the bus simultaneously screaming.
Y'all dumb.
Yes.
Now my thing is, because I was years ahead of you, so I was in high school. I was very aware at that time.
I won't.
So I was just like, shit, nigga out there shooting. It was like, we're gonna let y'all go. We like, hell yeah. This is the privilege of being in a high school with white people.
Yes.
Because they're trying to protect them.
Yes.
But they need meat shields.
All the black kids go first.
Yes. I sat on the front of the bus that day. I was going to proudly take one. I was like, I saved you, Joseph.
That is weird when you like, I went from going to school in the city to when I moved with my grandparents, going to a school that was right next to a cornfield. Mm-hmm. Vastly different experience. It was an outside campus. Every time you had to go to another class, you were outside to get to
hard.
It. Vastly different experience. Some of the classes were like in a trailer because they didn't have enough rooms.
Did you have white students?
It was primarily white.
That sounds like it.
It was a mix between white and black. And the black kids wanted to be like they were from the hood when we all lived in the same fucking suburbs.
Oh, so you was basically living in Smallville.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically.
Mm-hmm.
Where the white kids wore cowboy boots and the black kids tried to sag mimicking the music videos because they don't actually know what the ghetto was like.
You know what's so crazy? I knew what it was like. So a lot of times I never wanted to do that shit because I knew what it took to be like that.
Absolutely.
I was just like, don't get me wrong. And it's so crazy because even it's a lot of street niggas I'm still cool with. And there's a lot of like motherfuckers that be like, yo, if anything happened to we fucking niggas up. it literally the other day, nigga called me. He was drunk. He was just like, bro, you don't understand how we all feel about you in the hood, nigga. We happy you left, happy you getting bread. But if I sworn to everything I love, bro, if like you out in public and a nigga try to fight you, bro, I'm fighting him. I was like, appreciate that.
It's like, thank you for keeping me out of trouble.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna be real, and that's how it used to be back in the day.
It's like, you got a record already. I don't. Thanks for preserving my innocence,
bro. Like, I'm gonna tell you this now, niggas like real street niggas that I knew like back in the day, they were built different. So like, if you was somebody, you staying the fuck away from this shit.
You don't get that shit nowadays.
Hell no, nigga, you in it with me. You got a clean record, hold his gun.
Exact. That's so crazy. It's like, no, I'm the one that can make it out of here for all of us. Mm-hmm. And you gonna fuck my record?
He was like, well, fuck it. And niggas was like, bro, you was gonna be good. You were like, you know what? It's so crazy. I got a contract to go to a fucking professional team the day before you threw that gun on me. So your mom is not rich because of you.
Exactly. I was gonna help all of us, and now none of us are gonna make it.
Yep. Now I'm just another crab in the barrel, nigga. You think I ain't gonna be for the police now?
Exactly, nigga. You better be lucky I have a record. Otherwise, I will be the one arresting your bitch ass.
Hold him down, Officer Jackson. I'm just joking. I'm just joking, bro.
This is not the climate for this.
I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry,
this
bro.
This is the worst political climate to be making these jokes.
Hey, nigga, we ain't doing this shit for real. We just, this is a life experience.
I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, so have you been watching anything decent?
I watched Sinners.
Oh.
What was that?
It's okay. I hope was it good?
I loved it.
Yeah, but I knew that's your type of movie.
What does that even mean?
How many white people in the movie?
4, I believe.
I literally was thinking 4 in my head, and I was just gonna make a joke out of that.
It's like 4.
Yeah, your type of movie.
What's wrong with that though?
Your favorite part of CB4 is when that nigga said, "I'm black, y'all, cause I'm black, y'all, cause I'm blacker than black." I'm just fucking with you, bro.
What's wrong with that though?
I was thinking like, no, honestly. Like, I'm not against the movie at all. I was just like, all right, just think about talk about a good show. Sinners. Oh.
I don't know. I tried, so to finally be done with Solo Leveling, I read a good portion of the manhwa.
You stopped, didn't you?
I stopped.
I fucking told you.
I stopped right after.
You hard-headed as fuck, bro.
You were right. I ain't gonna lie, you were right as shit.
I was like, bro, you hard-headed. I was like, bro.
got to right past when he fought Thomas and was like, I know where I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah.
This sucks.
I fucking told you, bro.
This is terrible.
That's why
it literally just becomes the Jin Woo show.
I told you it's going to fuck up what you think about solo leveling. Don't do it.
It's terrible.
I told you, like, bro. The reason why you had a bright thought in your mind for solo leveling.
I didn't think it was gonna get that bad.
I say it gets terrible. Re-listen to the pod. I fucking told you.
I was like, man, it can't be that bad. I at least want to know what this whole mystery shit is. I found out it's bad. Mm-hmm. It's not good. I don't want to read anymore.
So you did find out what?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, so.
I was like, no, I'm good.
So
I don't even know the full story, and I'm good.
Well, he did go back to the double dungeon.
I got to that part.
Yeah. Wasn't that interesting, was it?
No. I was like, what the all right, y'all got it.
Yeah, the nigga.
This is the most I can see why it was originally the most popular manhwa, because it's like the beginning of, like, that. The mystery of all of it encapsulated me. Once I figured this shit, I was like, this is boring.
Fucking told you. Now, that's the reason, and it's so much... I'm going to give this show so much fucking hate. Not solo leveling, but the beginning after the end. I love the manga, the manhwa. Mm-hmm. This show is ass. This show is fucking bullshit. If I'm being honest...
Is it because of what everybody else is saying related to because the animation?
No, I need... Like, bro, they don't even talk about how, like, in his previous life, any person that he... Like, I may be wrong and think about another manga, so that kind of... I might be fucking it up. Okay. But I'm pretty sure in his previous life, one of his powers is that whatever he ate, he got its powers. And they didn't even explain it. I might be wrong, though. So if I'm wrong, that's fine.
That's going to be one that I actually read, because I keep hearing people say that animation sucks, but stick with it because the story is actually amazing.
Oh, I'm going to be real. The beginning of this the manga, this is the reason why solo leveling went above, because T-Bait was constantly putting out shit, but solo leveling was just gas. It was no breaks for like a solid year. Mm-hmm. And then when T-Bait was getting good, solo leveling went off, and then it stayed there. It's been like 5, 6, 7 years. It's still gas. It's still like, I'm like, bro, I don't know where y'all going.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it.
I'm like, bro, y'all keep opening up this world every fucking time that I think that it's enough.
You know what? This is gonna be a little deep conversation. You know what's weird about aging is that
aging, right?
Aging, yes.
Okay.
You thought I said Asian?
Yeah. Even you heard it. Even you heard it.
I have a speech impediment. Fuck you.
No, you don't. That was just that nigga has never had a problem saying aging before.
I've never said aging to you.
Yeah, yes you have.
No, I haven't.
Yes you have, bro. I remember like you was drinking the milk. You was like, oh, this don't taste good, man. It's aging. I was like, throw it out.
I haven't had milk in years.
Exactly. That's how long I know you. I heard you say aging once. And we talking about anime, and then you just like, you know what's wrong about Asian? I'm like, bro, what the fuck is you talking about? Fix it. Fix it first before we continue. Hell fucking no. We not stopping with that. Hell no.
It's about to ruin our whole momentum we got.
Hell yeah. Well,
all for one misunderstanding.
I'm about to say, nah, I'm gonna stop you. Most arguments is misunderstandings anyway.
To a certain degree.
No, all of them are.
Lies.
Shit, nigga. Like, let's be real. We misunderstand one little thing, and now we beefing because we don't understand what we're misunderstanding. We could be talking about the same shit. Y'all arguing.
There's no misunderstanding when it comes to racism.
Yes, it is.
Lies.
He's like, how in the fuck did you get to keep your tan? Oh, now I really don't fuck with you. You be like, oh, bro, I was just like,
you have a natural shield to the sun. I hate you.
Mm-hmm. But if I'm being real, I'm not gonna get into it because I remember, I'm not gonna go on my conspiracy theories because it is a misunderstanding. So I'm not gonna go into. I'm not gonna dive deep.
Podcast for that.
Exactly. That's why I stopped, nigga. Nigga. I knowing when to stop. That's why I told your ass don't read solo leveling. But then you had to do it. It's a hard headed ass nigga just headbutting doors, just gonna read solo leveling. When I told this nigga it gets horrible.
It got so bad.
Yes, it fucking did.
How do you get to the point in the show where literally the world is relying on this one person?
I told you.
That is ass.
That was very ass.
They completely forget about every character.
And you want to know what's so bad?
What?
Didn't struggle with it.
What?
Saving the world.
I'm cool.
Then he goes back in age. So he goes around as a kid. I told you, nigga. He was like, you know what?
Turn the TV off, Kendrick.
I was like, oh, I do like Dragon Ball GT better than Z. Mm-hmm. Speaking on Dragon Ball Z, bro, I'm gonna just tell you, like, I realize why I like it now.
Dragon Ball Z?
Well, my meaning, like my understanding of liking anime, period.
Go on.
My reasoning for enjoying anime is because it, like, certain animes I still love, though. Like Vinland Saga, I love AOT, I love Full Metal, but Full Metal does it too. It has like a little bit of innocence in there.
Yeah.
Now, Full Metal, the thing that made it great is it stole your innocence.
Yeah, just when you got that little wholesome feeling, it robs you of it.
Now, Dragon Ball Z is just, it's like every time it's something serious, it goes to an adventure out of nowhere. It's a good, fun time. Then it gets fucking crazy.
Oh, you talking about just when they go into space and all of that?
Yeah, like it's a sense of adventure.
Yeah, it did make me feel like, damn, this feels like Dragon Ball.
It gave me
when
a little bit.
When they were in space, just traveling through fake ass Namek. Mm-hmm. Like, damn, this feel like Dragon Ball. And then them niggas went to real Namek and shit got real like that.
Immediately. Now,
as soon as they landed, Vegeta landed.
Like, so my only thing is the reason why I like anime is because it has a little bit of innocence. That's what made me initially love anime. Now, granted, Dragon Ball Z was the first anime that I watched. I didn't take it as an anime. It was just a show that was on TV. So I didn't know it was anime. Now, the anime that made me stay, and this had nothing to do with the reason why I like it. It's just like the wholesome feeling that I get when I watch like adventuring, like One Piece. I love it. But the anime that made me stay, Gungrave. Because at that point, I was so into like, mafia shit. I loved mafia shit. At that time, I think the time that I was playing it, I was playing, what was it? Godfather 2, which I fucking love that game.
The one that made me say was Yu Yu Hakusho.
Well, I didn't see that as an anime either because it was on Toonami. So I just watched it. It was good, but
it was something that I had never experienced before. Like, we all were talking about Dragon Ball Z. But when somebody mentioned that and I saw it, I was like, oh, this is different.
See, now, those three kind of molded what I like to watch. Now, I said three because in my mind, Rurouni Kenshin was another one.
Yeah.
So those three kind of molded what I like in anime. Now, from what we was watching, I felt that sense again. And I was just like, oh, it was almost like the core of how happy I got. I was like, this is what I fucking love anime for. Is just the sense of adventure, their innocence, like having just a fun time, like just being, and then being like, regularly nice fucking people. Like everything about that show, I was like, damn, that's the reason why I fuck with anime so much.
It really, and I hate it. It reminded me how much I hate Bulma. It's like, she's the smartest person in the room everywhere she goes until it's time to be a little logical, a little more. She's so heavily book smart that she forgets everything else, common sense wise.
You answered your own question. I know. It is so commonplace.
I know. She pissed me off so much. How the fuck, we're going to talk about it eventually when we get there, but how the fuck when y'all are about to take off, you're the only person with a suit. You have a 5-year-old and Krillin with you, and you decide, nah, I'm going to be the only person with a suit. Krillin's like, don't I need a suit, bitch? It's like,
we're leaving 5.
Excuse me?
What do I have to care for your own life?
Like, what?
You may be short, but you a grown ass man, nigga.
What about the 5-year-old?
He has parents.
He has one parent. The other one is still a child.
He has parents and a grandfather.
Like,
and
what is wrong with you, Bulma?
And if I'm being real, Chi-Chi was packing all the dumbass shit anyway. Why does he need a hairdryer?
I was about to say, why does she pack a hairdryer for him? There are no outlets in this spaceship.
It probably was. It just, that spaceship kept looking bigger on every different scene. That shit looked like one room at first, and then out of nowhere, these niggas had bunk beds. I'm like, all right, okay, but no.
And a Nintendo 64 in that bitch.
Now, I remember I used to hate Bulma and Chi-Chi. Now I love Chi-Chi. She makes too much sense.
She was the only one that actually cared about Gohan being a child.
I'm about to say, bro, and they were just like, hey, don't you see your husband over here hurt? Child. Grown man.
Like, the grown man made his own decisions. Y'all forced a 4-year-old to be a warrior.
Yes.
So
he was just like, well, I guess she ain't a good wife. I was like, bro, I will punch you in the face, you fat nigga with sand hair.
Like, Yajirobe, of all people talking right now, you should be quiet.
I'm about to say, you saw this fight through fingers. You covered your face, nigga. Don't fucking play.
You ran the whole fight besides one time.
Yeah.
Then that was the cutoff for Vegeta tail, and then you got your face turned to mashed potatoes.
No, the thing that's crazy is he was running. He was running after he sliced the tail in air.
That nigga.
How the fuck you run that fast and you still that big? I bet you his sweat smell like Spam.
I'm tired of you.
Ew. I'm like, bruh, you have a horrible diet.
That shit smell like musty bologna.
You're like, ah, man, this mustard's aging. Ew. Hey, that was a good call, mate. Oh, all right. I brought up earlier, what did you watch recently? You said Sinners, which I heard it was a very good movie.
That's a 9.6 out of 10 movie.
All right. Well, I think that.
I don't know how you feel about movies like that, so I can't answer that question.
It's very demonic, isn't it?
No, not at all. The whole vampire shit takes a backseat in reference to all of the other story bits. That's why I like it so much. I thought I was going to go into a horror vampire movie, and what I went into was a period piece, and it felt amazing to watch.
Okay, I'll watch it then.
Niggas was supposed to be giving you a backstory and name. They never did it. They just went with what we said. You are Rudolph Willie Earl.
Nah, I'm Willie Earl. Willie Earl sounds hilarious.
It does.
But it sounds like somebody who gets in trouble because he be fucking the wrong people.
Ew.
No. Willie Earl would just be, fucking
prostitutes behind dumpsters and dirty alleyways.
No, Willie Earl probably do that too. But he just like, hey, yo, bro, that is your brother's wife. Willie Earl ain't shit. I just feel like a Willie Earl ain't shit.
You want to be recognized as ain't shit?
My alias, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, Bruce Wayne ain't shit. Batman, real nigga.
Oh, I did watch, I'm damn near all the way caught up on Invincible.
Okay.
That's pretty decent.
It is. My show, I was waiting on this one because I have Lazarus on my phone.
That's what I need to watch.
To Be Hero X.
That first episode was phenomenal. I ain't even watched nothing else yet.
The first fucking 3 episodes have
like
all been great.
That, for anybody who wants to watch, spoiler alert, but the way they ended that first episode had me encapsulated. I was like, oh.
Yeah, when he went to lay down in bed and girl was gone?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this show is one of those.
They do an incredible amount of symbolism in this show.
And it just looks, for the animation style, it looks so good.
It goes from anime, almost even Sailor Moonish sometimes, straight back to Arcane. Mm-hmm. Like, they definitely play with the colors perfectly. Now, I ain't gonna even lie. You found out the number one hero is a nigga named Firm Man.
What the fuck?
Because the thing about it, he didn't create the name. The people did. Because I'm gonna tell this, and I don't give a fuck. I can fuck it up for you. But he was a firefighter, and then the building fell on the little girl was in there. He went in there to save her. And then the building fell on, and he held that bitch up for a night.
Damn.
And they were just like, and then he was like, the whole time, he said, the reason why I did that, he's the only thing I can think of in my mind was stand firm, save this girl, stand firm. And then everybody was just like, Firm Man. That's what we're gonna call him.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's really hard, actually.
Yeah, it starts from the beginning with that. And I'm just like, oh shit, this is good. And it did not fucking slow down. But I ain't gonna get into it. I'm getting geese bumps right now because the way this show is going, I'm like, bro, this main character is about to be so fucking good.
Yeah, when I get the chance, I'm gonna watch more of it. But yeah, that's the one that's on my radar for this season. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing really else right now.
Well, I watched the first 2 episodes of Windbreaker. So I just chilled now, though. I'm going to wait till Windbreaker gets a little bit further.
Yeah, that's one of those ones I don't want to watch episode by episode. I'm going to let that marinate for a bit.
Yeah, but man, To Be Hero X is just so... I don't even see... Well, I don't be on social media that much, so I haven't
seen anybody talk about it at all.
That's fucking crazy to me. Like, that's the best thing out right now, in my opinion.
Yes.
Now, I haven't watched Lazarus yet, so I'm going to watch that too.
I heard people talk about the first episode of that, and I haven't heard anybody say a word about it since.
But, everybody like, what have you done for me lately type mindset. So, of course.
Yeah, that's... I'm not going to speak on that, man.
No, that's easy to live by. It's very easy because we live in a very, our mindsets are shorter now. So, of course.
Attention spans are terrible nowadays.
Which is fine. My thing is, hey, we got too much access. So, of course, I can't pay attention to everything. Hey, you know what's so funny? I saw a post on TikTok and it really did make an interesting point. Is do you remember, like, yeah, I know you do, because we talked about it. Soon as they got back from Planet Namek, how Vegeta reacted.
Yep. Talked about that several times.
Honestly, I like how I wish I knew the person's name, because I would put your name onto this just to, give you some love. But he was just like, nah, he's like, it was a mixed emotion and Vegeta didn't know what that was. Like, it was multiple emotions. Like, first off, you were just like, I'm the strongest person in the universe now.
I would say that, of course, he would have mixed emotions in that moment because you wanted to be the person to kill Frieza. You didn't do it. But you have a pride that it was still a Saiyan that did it, but you want the person that did it. This was the whole reasoning for you even wanting to get stronger in the first place was to stop this thing. That was your whole reason for existing at that point, and that got taken from you in a sense. But you're still proud that it was a Saiyan that did it. But now it's like, now what do I do?
Yeah, and then my thing is, he even was happy that Goku died. He was just like, bruh, both of them niggas gone, and I'm happy about it. I'm the strongest out here now. But my thing is, he had a connection to Goku, and he didn't realize that was something that, he had a connection with. He knew the connection, but it was hate behind it. Mm-hmm. But then he actually gave a fuck about it, because if you remember the scene when he's first seen Goku Super Saiyan, he was proud of that nigga.
He's about to dap that nigga up right
He was
there.
just like, hey. He said, what the fuck? He said, you dirty dog. You was saying. He was like, Vegeta, is you real? And then Frieza was like, nah, that nigga ain't real. He's, I'm as real as this. And then he teleported. I was like, nah, that's ghost-like shit, my nigga.
Yep.
You're a fucking ghost. But he was actually proud of Goku right then. Mm-hmm. But then when he got to a point where because it was actually chaos going on in this fucking world. When he got back to home, well, they ain't home, it's Earth. But when he got to Earth, he didn't process how he felt yet. He was feeling everything.
Started laughing at the sky tossing grass around.
That nigga was like, I'm the strongest in the universe. I want to fuck Bulma. What? Oh, I'm tripping.
I want to be the child.
Uh-huh. Because Vegeta, he was no longer, like, his pride and ego was shattered by then. What the fuck am I now? I'm the strongest in the universe.
What do I do with it?
I was trying to get strong to beat Frieza. I didn't beat Frieza. Kakarot. Oh, my God.
Who can I challenge this new strength on?
That's why all his training after that was so severe.
That nigga was just working through demons.
Bro, and then thinking that's crazy is that's the way to get out of depression. Huh? Hard work will do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Having something to hone in and focus in on.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Now, my thing is, the first time I got in deep depression, I thought that masturbation would help. Oh my God. Did not.
I'm cutting this.
Now, my thing was, I'm just like, you know what? After you beat your meat, you just think that I'm the fucking worst. And I was like, damn, I went lower. I was like, wow. Oh my God. I'm ass naked right now.
What in the fuck?
Good Lord, if somebody seen me as that. My ancestors are ghosts are not proud. Speaking of ghosts, do you think there's like ghost gangs?
Ghost gangs?
Yeah.
Like ghosts throwing up suwus?
Boo.
Having turf wars in the spirit world is crazy.
Haunted houses.
Nah, real shit though.
Yeah.
Them niggas be in that bitch scrapping for real.
Bro, and the thing about it is,
this is my territory.
Another nigga's on our turf. They fuck with you then. They fuck with you.
They do though.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then if you end up dying in that house, it's gonna be, hey yo, bro, you got one side.
Right.
Our side.
You cross this doorway, I'm gonna fuck you up. Get with it.
Yeah, get with it or get lost, nigga. You like, but
just imagine the racism in the spirit world.
Ooh. Ooh, because there's some of these niggas that was on this earth when racism was at its strongest.
I'm trying to tell you, there's a couple slave owners in this house.
Bruh, and you know what's so crazy? Like, I bet you when they went over and ended up being ghosts, they got banked.
Just imagine the indigenous people who, when those white people that ran them off of the land finally died, like y'all died on the graves of the indigenous. Ooh, it's over for y'all.
And them niggas know that magic shit, so
I'm trying to tell you,
done.
You getting voodooed in the spirit world. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm about to say, they about to make you reincarnate as toilet paper. After you get flushed, nigga, you gonna be something else we don't like. But nah, I actually was having this conversation at work, and when I tell you, like the person I was at work with, I have not laughed this hard in a very long time. Cause she was just like, damn, if that's the case, I gotta lose some weight. I was like, what? She was like, I ain't trying to be no fucking fat ghost. I cried, nigga. Cried. I was like, that's an interesting thought. I was like,
I can't be obese in real life, in afterlife.
Yeah.
You know, I have this thought sometimes too. I was like, if I'm in the spirit world as the best version of myself in the real world, I got to get better. That literally is my thought process sometimes. Like, just imagine I died in my 80s, right? I don't want to be the 80-year-old in the spirit world. I want to be whatever the best version of me in that life was, which means I have to hit my peak before I die.
That's an interesting thought.
I don't want to just be a piece of shit my whole life. Then my peak was just a piece of shit in the afterlife.
Well, I'm Christian. You can be stuck here. I'm going to paradise, my nigga. I'm going to be chilling.
Fuck off.
Playing video games, drinking godlike milk.
What the fuck is godlike milk?
Well, I'm lactose intolerant. I can't drink milk now. I love milk. I used to drink that shit from the glass. I just pour a whole thing of that shit.
You and my girl are the same fucking person then.
Oh, bro.
She sits in here and just drinks glass after glass of milk all fucking day. It weirds me out.
Now, my favorite milk is Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk. That's my favorite milk.
Yo ass like the fucking Cleveland off the Cleveland show. This nigga will mix or pour like milk into cereal, to strain the milk out of it just to have the milk to the side for later, and won't eat the cereal at all.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that. That's counterproductive as shit.
It's just weird.
Oh, did I ever tell you about the story, like a Christmas story, what made me really believe in Santa?
No, but I'm willing to hear it in the summertime.
Question.
What?
How long did you believe in Santa?
Till probably about 4th grade.
I was 5th. All right, so I'm going to tell you why I stayed. Because kids were saying it in like 3rd. I believed it, right? So my mom used to always put out the milk and cookies and shit, right? Mm-hmm. So I remember, and this is when I really believe Santa was real. Because first off, I didn't go to sleep. I went to that living room. Presents were there. I was like, good God, this nigga's good. So I went in there and I'm just like, okay, we got the presents. He didn't drink the milk and cookies. I was like, oh, fuck that nigga. I want the milk and cookies. So I ate the cookies. Fuck them junks up. Rainbow cookies. You crops.
Those were the best ones.
Fuck them junks up.
Those some diabetes inhibitors.
Yes, that shit was good. So I need to drink some milk because I just enjoyed these cookies. I started drinking the milk and I was going back, right? I get halfway on it. And I'm like, ooh, this is good. Let me reset because I don't want to finish all the milk right now. I need to enjoy it over time. Went down with the mug, milk halfway in that bitch, faucet of blood out my nose.
Oh, God.
Faucet. It wasn't like dripping. It was just going.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, oh, my God, this nigga real. I woke everybody up in the house. I got whooped. It was so funny, bro.
Santa put a curse on me.
It's cold in all of these cuts. I was so fucking dumb, dog.
This nigga believed in Santa for a whole nother 2 years off of that.
Off the strength alone. Off the strength alone, my
You
nigga.
an idiot, yo.
Yeah, boy, I was aggressive. That was an aggressive curse.
Nah, I stopped believing in Santa because I was like, the projects ain't got no chimneys, nigga. How the fuck this nigga getting in here?
I remember a movie answered that question. He was like, how you getting in here? There's no chimneys. And it came out the vent. I was like, oh my God.
I just remember looking up at the roof one day and was like, this nigga is not real. And that was it for me.
Oh, nah. I will not destroy my childhood just because I'm in the hood.
I've been logical since Pampers. Sorry.
No, I don't mean like, no, I got to believe in magic. I believe that there's real magic on this earth to this day. I do. Ain't no fucking way it's not. It ain't gonna be magic that we think it is. It's gonna be some shit we don't know about. That's why I'm scared to like drop my blood in random places. Niggas can use it.
You an idiot.
Yeah, bro. That voodoo.
This nigga think he gonna have a nosebleed in public one day and now he get voodooed.
Yeah, that voodoo shit real, nigga.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I don't eat bitches spaghetti.
What?
You never heard, nigga. I can tell you ain't been around. Oh, damn, this sound bad. You ain't been around a lot of men.
No, I don't like niggas.
No. I'm talking about grown-ups. Like, not like niggas our age. I mean, like.
Uncles?
Yeah.
I was raised around a bunch of women, so.
I can tell.
No.
I can tell them bitches gonna get you voodooed. Hell no. Hell no. That's the like. If I'm being real, before I went to the military, I damn sure didn't eat anybody's food. Never did. I was like, that's playing with your stomach. And he was just like, it didn't. A bitch gonna put that voodoo shit they put in the spaghetti, you can't taste it. Out of nowhere, you gonna want to fuck the bitch. I was just like, oh shit.
Them niggas was just horny, bro.
Hell no, it's so funny because then my dad was like, yeah, bitch got me one time. I was like, God, for real? And it's so crazy because everybody was just like, yeah, bro. That nigga was tripping. He was like, you know, your dad, you know, he was an athlete. He ended up winning championship here, championship. Every place he went, he won a championship. Swear to God. So he was well known around the city. Even to this day, like you go to his old school, his picture's on the wall.
I know.
Yeah. So that shit is crazy. He had multiple women all the time. And he said, it was just one bitch that didn't look like somebody your dad would fuck with. And then he went over there, ate some of her food. He was in love with her ever since. He said, his mama beat him that day. Said, don't eat everybody's food, but it wasn't because of that. It's because of you don't know what people put in your food.
True.
So pay attention and eat food from people you trust. He said, like a week later, he was just like, I don't know why I like that bitch. I don't know what I did. He was like, because you got the voodoo on that nigga. That's what happened. Nope. Don't eat somebody's spaghetti. Damn it, I said my name. Cut that shit. Willie Earl don't eat nobody's spaghetti.
I'm gonna leave it now.
Oh, I will quit. I will fucking quit. Fuck no. I will fucking quit. I will listen to this shit too. I'm gonna be like, oh, he didn't. That's it. Like, hey, bro, we're starting off Namek. No, you are.
Well, it's been real, y'all.
Yep.
It's just me now.
Yep.
The logical one. These about to be analytical breakdowns.
This shit about to be ass. I just playing logical.
There will be no more laughs. Just be power level breakdowns.
You be like, so you don't really understand the meaning behind. I'm like, oh, this junk got different.
We're gonna compare the manga versus the anime.
Oh my God, no. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I'm going to Austria next month.
You just pick random places to go, huh?
Yep. Close your eyes. Throw a dart. Pow. Africa. I'm just playing. No, I'm just joking.
Don't do that.
I actually do plan on going to. I just don't know what country to go to.
Ask an African. I don't know.
One of my friends who's African. Damn, I miss him. I miss my nigga because he was like. I hate that we take shit for granted, bro.
You said that like the nigga died or something.
No, he was in the area and I could literally go and talk with him anytime I want to.
The fuck happened to him?
He moved to the West Coast.
Damn.
Yes, and that's my nigga. But, you know, he lives in questionable areas. So I don't feel comfortable flying all the way out there, going to your crib, and then I'm like, oh, I got to fight for my life here? All right, well, shit, let me stay at the Hampton. I need to be comfortable before I get out here. Fuck.
Having to ask permission to walk through a neighborhood is crazy.
What the fuck would do that? Well, you talking
having to check in.
Oh, no, that's not, nigga, checking in is not real. Niggas over there will make you check in because they're going to rob you later. That's really what they fucking do. Like, no, I'm not checking in. if it's that fucking bad and I feel like I gotta check in, nigga, I just won't go.
That's why you'll never see me in California.
Yeah, I've been there, so I probably will go back.
I'm cool.
It's just that nigga, you gotta just, if you don't know what you're doing, just be on the move a lot. Fuck.
I ain't got no reason to go over there in the first place. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, I'm a dog type nigga, so you know, curiosity ain't gonna kill me. So, you know, I want to see what it look like. That's why I'm going to go to Austria. I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to get murdered, but I want to see what it look like.
By a kangaroo.
I ain't say Australia, nigga.
Oh, my bad.
Austria. Whole different place.
Wait, where's Austria?
I know the airport is Vienna. I think it's like Russia or some shit. No, it's not. I'm just playing. I made that up.
I was about to say, why are you going there?
I really want to go there, too.
Not now.
Yes.
You just, if this podcast ends, it's because this nigga got kidnapped in a foreign country.
You know it's so crazy, like, bro, when soon as Trump got elected and they were just like, yeah, other countries really don't fuck with Americans no more. I was just like, I gotta go overseas.
It's just gonna end because this nigga ends up in a foreign prison.
Oh, help! Help! But yeah, I don't know, like, if I'm being real, I kind of feel like I'm doing this incorrectly. Like, I be going overseas because, like, I remember going to Germany and then, like, my whole perspective changed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know if I'm trying to relive it, but now I like people. And then when you go to other countries, of course you got bad people everywhere, but you know, the culture over there, it's a lot of good fucking people. So I like experiencing it.
You just want to go for the danger.
No, Jesus, no. I ain't gonna even lie. When I went to the DR though, and niggas were driving around and had guns and shit, I was like, oh.
Exactly. You were excited.
Not like that. I was like, man, where are they going? Bro, and then the thing that's crazy, bro, we went to the most sketchy ass neighborhood.
You just want to experience the ghetto in other territories.
No.
Lies.
If I'm being honest.
What is the ghetto like in London?
Like, you're trying to get poked, bruv. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You gonna get us in so much trouble.
So much. He's like, well, I guess he did fuck the podcast up.
Oh, what was this? I screenshotted something. Somebody asked him about what Viltrumites versus somebody. Oh, here it was. Viltrumites versus One Punch Man.
Just him? You're not saying the One Punch versus. You're just saying Viltrumites versus him, right?
I think they said the Viltrumites versus, the One Punch verse.
Okay, but I was about to say One Punch Man. He done before lunchtime. He would literally beat them niggas before lunchtime, and it was 11:30 when he woke up.
It would take him 30 minutes to watch all Viltrumites
because he had to find them. That's fucking it. Now I'll admit this. In the fucking comic, when Mark fought against the strongest Viltrumite,
the one that he fought in season 3,
like Krieg, the leader.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that one.
Yeah, they fought on the face of the sun 4 hours.
Damn, that's hard.
Yeah, and even when they fell in the sun, he was still throwing them things.
That's hard. I ain't gonna lie.
Exactly.
I would never want to be a hero in that verse. I'm just talking about one of their average heroes.
No, they don't. Ain't no hero they got that's interesting. Like the only good hero is a Viltrumite.
Pretty much.
No, sirree. No. Fuck no.
All the rest of them. I remember that scene when Mark and them went up to space to stop the Martian shit from happening. And they left the little basic heroes behind and sent them on a mission that was supposed to be like D-list villains. All of them niggas got killed besides 2. Mm-hmm. I was like, bro, what? One nigga got shot in the head, point blank, survived it somehow, and beat a nigga with the stub of his hand that was left. I'm like, bro, I wouldn't want to survive in this universe. These niggas are crazy.
My thing is, like, it just depends what you have. If I'm just a regular ass nigga, negative.
Not at all.
But let me be Superman over there. I'm fucking up niggas for no reason. I'm fucking up anybody with a V in their name. But my name's Victor. Think Victor. I'll beat the fuck out some niggas for no reason at all.
And even if, back to a conversation I was having before about the One Punch Man verse, even if Saitama isn't there, they're going to have a tough fight. It's niggas there that can do atomic level sword slashes.
They're going to lose, though.
Who?
I think the One Punch. No, because if you got villains too.
I'm saying, I don't know.
Because that was his name.
Viltrumites be having a tough time with slugs.
Shit, nigga. It's Viltrumites ain't even the strongest race. It's like one planet that even they don't go on.
Damn.
And then it was one of the niggas who were just like, hey, bro, we're going to fuck up the Viltrumites. They got like 3 of them niggas, and they were just hunting them niggas.
Or say it's a genetically modified Cyclops that could fuck up Viltrumites in the season that I'm watching. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Viltrumites, they are feared across the galaxy, but they can be beat.
They literal Viltrumites is their versus of Saiyan. That's all it was.
And unless you got somebody who's a Super Saiyan, it ain't much to fear.
You know what's interesting, speaking on Super Saiyans? I'll say this. Goku does some weird fucking training.
He does. It's stupid.
I'll say this, though. He does purposely put himself in danger because it does, let's be real, niggas really do show greater potential in danger. Mm-hmm. So Goku like readily puts himself in danger.
I mean, that's the most effective training through experience. Mm-hmm. That being said, it's just you in space. You can destroy this ship possibly with how you're training. You're an idiot. Stop. What's wrong with you?
Hey, bro, it makes sense though.
I mean, it made sense in the grand scheme, but in the moment, you shot a Kamehameha wave at yourself If that would have blew up in just the right way, you would have destroyed the ship.
Possibly.
Ain't no possibly.
Yeah.
If that shit went in a wrong angle, it would have kept circling and hit something.
Yeah, he stopped it with his chest. He literally did. He muscled that hoe.
Oh my God.
I think he's like but if I feel like everybody has like a low understanding of damage on danger on that show, on Dragon Ball Z, period. Mm-hmm. Like they'll understand danger, like, oh shit, it's dangerous. And then certain times they don't really give a fuck about it until, like, I'll say this though. When the real danger was around, nobody played games around Frieza.
No.
Nobody
knew
played
what it was.
Nobody played games with Frieza.
Not at all.
Oh.
Not even Vegeta. When Vegeta stepped on planet Namek, he was like, let me go get these Dragon Balls first before I go and try to deal with Frieza. I know what it is. I may have gotten stronger from my fight with Kakarot, but I ain't enough for Frieza just yet. Let me go get these Dragon Balls
That
first.
nigga would have been immortal and still lost to Frieza.
Absolutely. I don't know why he thought being immortal was going to be the thing that helped him beat Frieza.
He would always survive their fight.
Exactly.
And he would come back ridiculous eventually.
We bullshit. We need to get to where we getting to.
Yeah, let's go.
So which episodes
now, the reason why Ginyu, I'm just playing. I love doing that.
So we watched, now that we're finally back to it after what, 4 months? For almost 5 months?
I fucking miss it.
I ain't gonna lie, I did too. As soon as I started watching Dragon Ball Z again, I was like, Chala! Chala!
I'm gonna do this because you know that song. I ain't gonna even lie. Tell me, and it remind you of like Hunter x Hunter sometimes.
Absolutely.
Even when they slowed it down, I was just like, why? I know it's Dragon Ball Z, but I'm hearing Hunter x Hunter.
I love it.
It was like right at the end, like after they finished training, and then they showed like the Master Zushi, like, hey, we're on the way, and they're leaving. He's like, those kids are monsters. Like a slow music. I was like, oh man, that's amazing.
But for those who want to watch, we watched Dragon Ball Z episodes 36 to 44, which is them leaving the planet.
Their trip to Namek.
Yeah, basically their trip to Namek. So it starts off with them collecting the dead bodies of their fallen comrades.
If I'm being honest, that was because first off, they just scoop up Goku, Gohan, and Krillin. Not gonna lie to you, a lot of times when I was listening to what Krillin was saying, bro, he really was coming up with good ideas often.
Yeah,
Krillin was way smarter. I'm gonna go back into what we're doing. I hate how dumb they make everybody on the show now. They're dumb.
It's annoying.
They're dumb, but they are definitely smart in their own way.
Yeah, all of them have their pros and cons, but a lot of them actually do think. At least in Dragon Ball Z, they actually think about shit. Krillin was a responsible one a lot of the times.
No, Gohan is the most responsible.
Yes, he is. The absolute most.
So,
which is crazy because he's fucking 5.
Because it's so crazy because I don't know why I laughed at that part. They got their bodies and they were just like, Yamcha, Tien, Pick. What the fuck is Chaozu? Who?
That's so disrespectful.
Like, who the fuck are you talking about?
All they found was this hair follicle.
It was like, what the fuck is a pube on a fucking battlefield? But no, he was just like, yeah, Chaozu tried to, protect us by blowing himself up. They was like, man, he must have did great damage to that Saiyan, huh?
Didn't even damage his suit.
Start the engine.
Start the engine.
Yeah, don't do that.
Let's just go. Yeah, Bulma's in tears. Chi-Chi's upset. Let's just go.
And then Krillin was just sitting here. Instead of just wallowing in that defeat, half victory, he was just like, bro, it's something we can fucking do. I need to rack my brain. He was like, bro, I remember when listening to the Saiyans, and they said something about like Piccolo being a Namek. He was like, Yamcha. They were like,
this bitch.
You the only one crying over that nigga.
Exactly. Nobody cared. Y'all broke up before he died. Shut up.
I was like, but then he was just like, bro, I'm pretty sure that they going to a planet called Namek to get other Dragon Balls.
So why don't we go?
And shows Bulma, she was just like, that's a good idea. Y'all get there in 4,000 years. We ain't got the technology here.
What did they do? They were talking to King Kai as well. And King Kai told them the exact coordinates of where Namek was. And Bulma, big brained it, calculated that shit in her head. And was like, it would take millennia to fucking get there. So good job, Krillin, being a fucking idiot.
He was like, well, at least I'm trying.
Like, damn, bitch, relax.
He was like, yo, King Kai, do you know a way? It was like, yo, I gave y'all the idea. I don't know how the fuck y'all gonna get there.
Who was the person that said, wait, don't we? Oh, no. They were talking about using Vegeta ship.
Nappas.
Oh yeah, Nappas. I'm stupid. My bad.
Yeah. They were just like, bro, before we do all this shit, these niggas need to go to the hospital. They were just like, bro, how we like? Okay, but how we gonna use Nappa's ship? That nigga Krillin again. I got the remote control for this shit. And it was like, well, bet we need to get these niggas to the hospital.
When the fuck did he get that?
He had it in. Nah, I'm tripping.
Did he pick fucking Nappa's underwear? Where did he get it from?
I'm about to say, and you would think that it'd be damaged a little bit.
Nappa was blown to pieces.
Mm-hmm. Like you just like, Goku, what the fuck was that? Oh. I don't know this type of technology at all. I'm gonna hold on to this shit.
Nappa was in his underwear when he died.
Well, my thing is this: it is a good possibility that he didn't see that controller until Vegeta did it, and then he thought about when he was looking around for shit, he found it. We'll just go to that.
I suppose.
And that shit is durable. That shit got an outer box on it. So they ended up at the hospital, and then Bulma, which I actually liked her hairstyle on that one.
Yeah.
And I was like, Bulma, all right, girl.
She looked fresh out of the 80s. I like it.
I was like, I fuck with that. And then she was like,
about to hit the disco hall.
Hey, that red looks good on her. But I like how she was like, oh yeah, got the she was like, I got the motherfucking shit that's gonna set this shit up. We're gonna have the fucking Saiyan ship come to the hospital.
Stupid as shit.
Do you know how hard I would have laughed if that shit would have came in, flew in, and then fucked up the hospital? I would have been crying laughing.
The whole pediatric ward is gone.
Bro, I was like, bro, why are you bringing it here?
Exactly. Just send it to your fucking, I don't know,
The castle court. Yeah.
Why you got it coming to the hospital?
And she was like, bet, we're going to have it sent straight to here. Bing, boom. Niggas like,
because they were watching this shit on the news. The news broadcast was like, so we're here live with this ship, this spacecraft. Oh my, look how gorgeous it is. This bitch hit a button and blew the whole news broadcast up.
This nigga's like, oh my God, that blew up my leg. I'm like, oh my God.
No, Daddy, no.
Think about it. Your dad's a reporter. Never even thinking about him being in trouble. You saw him blow up on live TV.
You just sitting there like, damn, my dad's amazing. One day I'm gonna be just like, oh no.
Kabloom.
I thought this job was safe.
Y'all just birthed a child villain.
Yep.
Thank you, Dragon Ball Z. So basically, they was just like, bro, I don't know what the fuck to do.
You know, I bet he's the one that shows up to record Trunks fighting Frieza. He's like, I'm gonna catch these niggas in the act one way or another.
Interesting. That's actually an interesting thought. But yeah, I know. First off, everybody else was in like regular shit, you know, like a little cast, a sling, bandages. Goku was in a time capsule. They was trying to go back to the past to fix the body because they was like, bro, we can't do shit on this shit, bro.
Now, if we go back to the past, we can stop him from getting like this in the first fucking place because this is irreversible.
Bro, this nigga, only thing that was not bandaged was his eyes and eyebrows.
He damaged his atoms.
Bruh.
How the fuck did you manage this?
Bro, they put bandages on your toenails. Something was seriously wrong.
How you bandage your whole hairline up?
Bro, that's crazy. Like, Goku was bald for like 2 episodes. That shit crazy, bro. And I bet you when he took them bandages off, he was funky as a bitch.
Absolutely. You know, when he ran from the hospital and got naked in the fucking wilderness to change into his gi, he had that whole area woofing. Mm-hmm. That nigga, from the time... And he didn't shower from the time he left Afterlife until then.
Yeah.
Didn't shower at all.
This nigga flew on Nimbus with smelling like death. That's wild, bruh. You didn't shower on King. You ain't shower on King Cat's Planet at all.
No.
He ain't got a nose. He ain't smell you.
Like you see, after his training with King Cat, his clothes are in tatters. Mm-hmm. He didn't shower at all.
And King Cat hooked him up. This nigga, only time he hit water is when he was in Hell's Pool. That's crazy.
After running on Snake Way for 9 months too. He didn't shower from death.
You know what's so interesting? He did eat a fruit in hell, so maybe that has a effect on him being so strong as he is.
Could be.
Yeah, because you know it did boost him.
Yeah. All
right, but then after the pod blew up, they was like, yo, what the fuck are we gonna do now?
Bulma.
You was like, bro, we fucked. I don't even have an idea no more. Whole time, Popo is outside the window on a magic carpet, not saying anything.
Like he was observing them the whole time. Didn't say a single word.
He was being nice because he was waiting for them to finish talking.
Manners.
But that shit is creepy.
It is. Like, the whole time you're sitting there, you have a solution to the problem this whole time. And the whole time you're just sitting back, I'm going to wait for them to fuck up.
No, I'll let them do it themselves. Which is real, you know. Him and Kami been in this shit for like 100 years.
Yes.
You know the best way to teach a child or somebody to learn something, they got to fuck it up themselves.
They have to have no other options left.
Yeah.
That's the best teaching method?
No, I'm saying like whenever somebody, if you keep telling somebody that shit, they're never going to learn it.
He didn't tell them anything.
I wouldn't either. I need to see y'all's decision, like your decision making, your like problem solving skills. I need to see all that. And he was like, well, what are we going to do now? I was like, oh, okay. So y'all wouldn't try to come up with no new technology at Capsule Corp? Okay, that wasn't it. Hi. I was like, oh my God. And that nigga Krillin was like, hey, yo, that's my nigga Popo. How much you got on it? That nigga said 5. I was like, hey, my nigga, bro, how you levitating right now?
This nigga's on a grand tour
of the pediatrics. I ain't gonna go there. I was about to say some fucked up shit from that last joke. So I'm gonna be real. Bulma does have some situational skills because she was just like, you want me to go with that creepy ass nigga on a magic carpet.
Yeah, so when Popo shows up, he's like,
with no drugs. Copy that.
Yeah, when Popo shows up, he tells them, I know of a ship. Kami came on it. It's like, yeah, I can take y'all to where it is. If somebody wants to come with me. Bulma looks at him and said, but he's black.
Good.
She was the only one in the room sweating when he showed up.
He's like eyes closed in a deep cave black.
Nigga. I don't trust his kind.
I'm like, oh my God, with y'all? You know how, like, think about if you was Bulma's dad and she got on that magic carpet. You was like, all right, babe, you know, try to come up with some technology that we can use and make us better. Like, okay. And she just disappeared the way they did. Yeah. Bulma! Try to hop out the window. And you got to think about the other niggas in the hospital. It was probably on some heavy drugs looking up and seeing the nigga on a magic carpet.
I'm ready to say it was a nigga in there heavily influenced by morphine looking at that and was like, oh.
I'm about to die.
This is it.
Damn.
It's the Reaper.
I was like, Jesus, bro. And all I needed was like just one heart.
I came in here for a kidney and now I'm hallucinating.
I'm gone. There's no black people in Japan. And you think I'm going to get on a magic carpet with a nigga that fucking dark and his name is Popo?
He's like, we got dogs and dinosaurs. No black people, though.
I'm about to say, he's a fucking contradiction. I'm black and your name Popo. Get out your fucking mind if I'm going to get on that contradictory ass shit. So they pull up and then he just teleported them to one, I don't remember the name of the area. Like
some secluded as mountain region.
So they get there. And apparently, they find the ship, right? When Popo was talking about how Kami was raised, he was like, yo, yeah, he grew up around here. I was like, oh, shit, okay. Did he meet people? He was like, no, he sat here for 40 years.
Which is crazy. He sat there from his adolescence to adulthood in one place.
He was just like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, he would have made his parents proud.
He was surviving off of thunderstorms.
Yeah. Like, all he was doing was drinking rain.
Yo.
That's all this nigga had. He didn't hunt.
It's so crazy. That's nasty work. And this nigga just find random dirty puddles.
Yeah, so
and eat them.
It was just like, oh, so we found the ship. So how did we get on the ship? I can't open this shit. Nothing at all. He was like, oh, well, Kami told me about the one thing. He was like, oh, it's a secret word. Picaro. Oh no, why did I do that?
Just imagine he said that and the ship took off. Like, well, there goes our one hope.
Like, oh no, we fucked for real now.
Why did you say the word to take off? I thought it was the door to open it.
Yeah, bro. But you want to tell me, like, they ended up saying Piccolo, the hatch came down with nothing holding it up.
Crazy. That's wizardry.
They said it again, went in there. They were just like, bruh. So she started pressing buttons because, you know, that's what any fucking sane person would do because I would do the same thing.
She even said the only way to find out is to touch it. Mm-hmm. You don't know how it works until you touch it.
Which is real. And I'm going to be real. This nigga, Akira Toriyama, was next level with his thought process, bro. He made so much good ideas out of nothing.
Yeah.
So this nigga was just like, all right, well, say something in Namekian. I forgot what word he said, but basically.
Alakazam, where Jupiter now.
Bruh. I love getting on roller coasters. That would have terrified me.
The G forces that would have fucking occurred there. They went from Earth to Jupiter in 10 seconds. Mm-hmm. She would have been paced. Like, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. I'm cool.
That shit was so fucking fast.
I would have vomited what I ate a week ago.
So basically, they got to Jupiter in 10 seconds, and they were just like, "Oh, bro, this is it." So they went back, and they was just like, "Hey, yo, bro, 10 days, y'all niggas need to be ready. We going to Namek." So they show back up at Master Roshi house. Whoever the fuck with Krillin stays there.
Does he still? He does.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Why everybody just live in that fucking Master Roshi's?
Bro, it's like you got everything, bro. You got seclusion. You got fucking ocean.
Master Roshi is lonely. That's why he keep letting niggas live with him.
I wouldn't, nigga. He wouldn't mind. I'd be bored as a bitch.
That's a 1-bedroom house.
No, he got upstairs.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Because Chi-Chi came from upstairs that time with the guns trying to save Gohan.
Oh yeah, they did have him upstairs.
Yes, he do. Yes, he do. He got a double decker, nigga. He is like shit, nigga.
On like 5 square feet.
Yeah, bro. On a secluded island. I got unlimited food.
Wait, what food?
I can fly.
Who can fly? Not Master Roshi.
Oh, sorry. I got Krillin. I have a slave. I have a loyal subject that'll go in the water and get us fish.
And where the fuck is he getting electricity from?
Bowman probably hooked him up with that shit.
She dug under the ocean for electricity?
Electricity is, if anything, they probably got wind, using wind to get their electricity.
They got a wind turbine in the secluded ocean somewhere.
That's where they usually have them at, right?
Probably.
No, I'm not going to go into that because it's going to give away too much.
That nigga got a fucking, what's those little water wheels?
Water wheel. That just sounds like a fucking
just meme. Underneath the ocean, just sucking up the electricity from currents.
Or solar panels.
That nigga ain't got no solar panels.
You never know. So they all showed up. Bruh. I laughed so hard, bruh. Chi-Chi ain't shit the way that she dressed up Gohan.
She just wants to embarrass that. First of all, you gave him a bowl cut and then dressed him in a fucking monkey suit to go to space.
Bruh. But I know one thing. My mama used to dress me up and shit like that too.
Not to go to space, nigga.
To go to school though.
That's embarrassing too.
I'd have been way worse if I was going to space. I'd have been in some wild
It's like, why is he dressed for space like he's going to church?
Mm-hmm. That's just like how most preachers dress their kids when they come into church.
Like you want them to get embarrassed.
Well, that nigga was fresh if you look at it a different way.
If he was going to an Earth event, sure. He's going to space.
Bruh, so you mean to tell me that these 3 people who's going to represent our planet, that nigga gonna wear some raggedy ass shit? Bro, let's be real. This nigga Krillin came with 2 fitteds. Krillin was prepared.
Krillin was fresh as fuck.
This nigga had a fucking hat with his name on it. And spelled incorrectly.
And he was representing Kami House.
Nigga, hard shit. And then Bulma had the suit, but she had fresh shit too. I don't care, that bodysuit with the fucking the yellow jacket, nigga, that shit went hard.
I'm still mad at Bulma for showing up with the only spacesuit.
And I'm mad at Bulma, dumbass.
Why?
Like when they went into the actual spaceship, she had to look cool, eyes closed. Piccolo. I'm like, bitch, just say it. And then the shit is crazy. It's when they was on other Nami, she did the same shit. She was like, oh my God, y'all trying to take me? Piccolo. I was like, bitch, you better not try to look hard in peril.
She was like trying to summon the spirit of the Namekians through it.
Bro, I was just like, bro, no, you trying to just look too fucking cool.
I have to summon Piccolo's ancestors.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. So bitch,
relax.
They got on the fucking ship, and she's too impatient.
She really is. You ain't give them no shit. They get on the ship. Krillin's like, all right, Bulma, you say you had a storage unit in here, right? Where you want us to throw the shit at?
We're leaving in 5, 4, 3, Bulma!
Space.
Bro, fast. That's aggressive. That's a nigga. They on a ship with a power level.
And what makes it worse about the whole spacesuit shit is when they were going into space, she didn't put the helmet on. Mm-mm. So, and then when they get to space, she just changes out of it. So even Krillin was like, you got a suit just for us to take off?
Don't question me.
Because you changed it the second we hit the stratosphere.
Okay. Who's smarter? Clean up this mess I'm about to make.
Gohan is smarter, bitch. You didn't even make this ship.
She's never given lip to Gohan. Only to Krillin. You see what I'm pointing at? I'm so sorry.
Gohan's the one that got us out of peril several times here. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not yelling at him. I'm yelling at this nigga who's barely taller than him. A 4-year-old.
Anyway, they go through space.
I know you didn't hear the joke that I said earlier. I was like, bro, Krillin, shut the fuck up and clean up this mess I'm about to make.
She told him to clean up a mess several times.
She said, clean up a mess I am about to make. So first off, stand there. Let me make my mess. Don't clean it till I'm done.
You know what was so weird? As they're riding through space, she's just walking around the spaceship in her underwear around a 5-year-old.
That's normal behavior.
For who?
I'm not going to get into that.
No, that's so creepy.
She wasn't never trying to hit on this nigga.
Don't walk around in your underwear around an impressionable 5-year-old.
Not gonna lie, she had yamage though. She was that secure in herself that and trusted those two that she literally was in
T-shirt and her panties on.
And yo, I was laughing so motherfucking hard, bro. Vegeta was struggling to survive on his trip to that fucking planet.
He really was. He was in that bitch having prep talks with himself. You gotta survive. You gotta survive. You gotta survive.
Bruh, I can tell he was about to die because he was breathing heavy in his thoughts. He's like, girl. Bruh, when he arrived on that planet, he was like, damn, is Vegeta on the life support system? I was dead laughing. I was like, Vegeta was dying in space. This nigga, like, they opened up the hatch, he had the breathing treatment on. He was like, this is crazy. Saiyans don't get asthma. Vegeta was out. He was like, oh my gosh, he lost conscience a month ago. Like, this nigga flew on an empty stomach and broken bones.
He really did. His survivability is insane.
Insane, bro.
Because before, he couldn't walk before he left.
Mm-hmm.
He crawled to the ship.
He low crawled with one good eye and broken arms.
And still survived all of that shit.
And then when he was flying away, still had the fucking pride and ego to talk shit in the ship.
That nigga was talking shit through his teeth.
Bald head ass nigga almost blind me.
But yeah, they're in space, they're traveling, and Bulma realizes that something is picking up on a radar directly in front of them. And as they're traveling, still, they start getting shot at by who knows what the fuck, in their minds anyway, it is at that moment. But they getting hunted down.
Oh my God, were those kids on that?
I think so.
They didn't even think twice about that shit afterwards.
No, they didn't give a fuck.
Oh God. It's fucking crazy.
But
hopefully they were just automated.
As they're flying straight, they notice another spaceship flying directly at them. And I can't remember at any point they said, damn, that shit looked just like our shit.
They was in panic mode.
But as they're flying straight, they're like, damn, we gotta turn. So they make a left, and the ship in front of them makes the same turn. So they're like, damn, we're gonna crash into it. And then they phase through space. And end up, and as we see later on what's going on anyway, that ship is extremely flawed in its design. Like the reflecting like mirrors on the outside of it is fine, but anybody can just fly through your ship and now they're in your ship.
I'm pretty sure they like, I put it like this. The way that I put it in my mind, it's probably like, if they wanted to be in the ship, you would be in the ship. Anything else would just pass on through.
But their mindset was, damn, this is a Frieza ship.
We're gonna kill these niggas because he just killed our fucking world.
My
hatred makes you do strange shit.
Well, they're kids. I can let that slide. Because I was gonna say, if I think this is a Frieza ship, that means we're letting enemies on our ship that can destroy our shit.
Oh, they had traps.
Traps. Like that would have been somebody like fucking Dodoria.
Yeah, they got fucked. But, you know, because the first trap that they came upon, because they ended up going in the ship and then they were parked perfectly. I don't know how.
I don't either.
But they
went in sideways and shit.
Yeah, they went into that ship, and the ship's interior design is a maze, which is so fucking good because now you can get weary opponents on there after fucking with all these traps. The first trap was just guns, nigga. It was like hundreds on the wall.
They was lighting their asses up.
So they get past that. Then they get into a room that, like, they walk in and then it closed. No, they get to the door, didn't they? No. They get to one part and it was just nothing but acid.
Yeah, and there was a door they went through, but I don't.
They didn't go through the door. They grabbed the door, then the other door opened.
Ah, got you. I won't really paying that much attention.
Yeah, but then I felt so bad because the motherfucking sweet ass commie hat got halfway burnt because of the acid.
Yeah.
They shot a beam to get through that shit, but Fit already fucked.
You know the part that confused me? Was it like a trap door that opened underneath them and they fell? Mm-hmm. This is one of the many moments on their way to Namek that they forget that they know how to fucking fly. They were using beams to stop the fall.
Everybody does that.
I hate it.
That happens on a lot of shows, a lot of Marvel comics.
It feels manga. Like it's being forced just to create tension.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, fly. Mm-hmm. Y'all can fly.
Like, now, what? It usually don't happen to the seasoned people. Like, Vegeta would have flew.
Like, these niggas are falling. Like, shoot some beams to slow our descent. Fly. Mm-hmm. The only person that should be panicking is Bulma. Mm-hmm. Which she was.
Mm-hmm. So they fly back up, and then they ended up finding the door that took them to some perfectly... Because they was like, bro, I'm hungry as a bitch. And these niggas like, track number 3.
Perfectly seasoned chicken.
They probably weren't seasoned.
Not in space. That shit was seasoned with asteroid dust.
Yeah, I knew that shit was probably nasty as fuck. And them niggas was hungry, so they was like, bro, sit down, say your prayers.
What do Saiyans pray to?
Oh, legendary Super Saiyan. He said, we thank Vegeta for Vegeta, and we thank Vegeta for Vegeta. Amen.
A Vegeta.
A Vegeta. So they tried to do that shit. She grabbed the motherfucking spoon. A knife flew out. She dodged that bitch barely. And it ended up touching the switch on the wall. I was like, damn. I was like, y'all niggas had traps.
They were like, if this one fails, we have a backup.
And then
with a backup in it.
Gohan and Krillin, because the trap set, it ended up turning where that food was into a dome. Needless to say, Bulma got caught.
Yep.
But Krillin and Gohan was just like, fuck. They was like, hey, get under the table. We about to blow this shit up. And then it started coming back. And then he was like, oh, shit. As soon as he get back, this little fucking metal claw with a rope on it took her ass. And then all these fucking people showed up. And I'm just like, damn, bruh. Am I tripping or is Krillin tall? Find out these are nothing but kids.
I would have thought that when that happened, I was like, Gohan, you have experience in this already. Get to it.
You know what's so crazy? I was just like, it wouldn't have made sense, but it'd have been kind of cool that if one of the kids that was on that ship was the kid that dipped set on the other orphans.
That would have been stupidly hilarious.
Because they'd have been like
this nigga just escaped from the fucking abandoned village on Earth to end up in space a year later. That's crazy.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made sense, but it'd have been.
It wouldn't have made any sense, but it would have. I would have still appreciated that.
Yeah, they would have got their rapport very quick because then they were like, "Wait a minute, Gohan?
I ain't seen you since the last eclipse."
Yes. So basically, you know, they were just like, "Bro, now let's shoot them." They were just like, "Wait a minute, they might be Frieza's niggas. Shoot them. They might have information. Shoot them."
Like, this is kid brain right here.
Yeah. So they just like, bruh, so what the fuck we gonna do with him? And then it was a nigga who was the pilot was struggling in the asteroid field, bro. So you see this ship start fucking up. So Gohan,
like, he never played. What was that pixelated asteroid game? I forget the name of that
Galaga?
shit. It wasn't Galaga.
I think it was like Asteroid.
Could have just been Asteroid. Like, this nigga clearly never played that shit before in his life.
No, them controls look difficult as fuck. You had to type on a computer to move.
Fuck that.
But that
ain't
shows
no joystick, nigga.
It shows you, and I told you my reason for loving anime was because how innocent. Because even when they had guns on them, when their ship started getting fucked up, Gohan and Krillin got straight to business. Mm-hmm. Because that shit was about to drop on that kid, and they caught that shit. I ain't gonna lie, I thought they threw that shit in some other kids. I was like, bro, y'all niggas don't be thinking about y'all actions at all.
So, I mean, they did burn down the whole fucking forest. Mm-hmm. So, no, they don't think about their actions.
And then, like, they catch the shit, threw that shit off, and then they see the little girl in like the hallway, and that shit blew up. So Gohan had to shoot the beam to stop it. But then Bulma like, yo, who the fuck is driving this shit? Are we getting attacked? It was like, no, we in the asteroid field. That's it?
Right.
Pulled up. That nigga pulled a gun on her ass. He said, what the fuck are you doing in here? Move, nigga. The fuck?
Just imagine that in real life. You're like, bro, we're in peril. Somebody has a gun on you. Like, man, get your bitch ass out the way. We have real business to attend to.
Man, we about to die if we don't do this. So she just easily maneuvered through all this shit. Easily.
First time flying that hot air balloon in space.
That's crazy.
Because that's what that shit was.
Basically. So they got him through that shit. First off, the nigga who really won't trust in them niggas, his name was Boone.
It was?
Fuck with that name.
That explains him.
That nigga was a straight goon, bruh. And it was like, hey, Boone. I was like, I like that name. That sounded like a nigga that was like in, like, well, I think that it was a nigga in Detroit who was like a hitman named Boone.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, because that nigga's on YouTube tripping.
Wait, now?
Yeah, because he got out.
Why? What is he tripping over?
And he just be saying, he's telling his stories, and it's very, very, like, disturbing.
I know what I'll be doing later today.
Yeah.
While I'm at work.
Because he be talking about some fucked up shit. He was just like, yeah, one nigga came up to me, and he was just like, hey, man, y'all niggas need to stop doing it. He said, that's strike one. He was like, strike one. He said, what the fuck? He said, what the fuck you gonna do, nigga? You ain't gonna do shit. He said, that's strike two. He said, and then, this is when I got scared. That nigga said, you don't want to see what happened when I go to Twee.
Yeah, no, leave him alone.
Yeah, that is a vibrant example of low education.
Yes. That's the worst combination. Low education and violence.
Yeah. I hope that nigga don't hear this. He's like, you know what? I like Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. This nigga hear this shit.
Like, y'all, we all know who Mike Tyson is. If niggas sound like that, walk away.
Yes.
Value your life, sir.
So this nigga Boom was just like, you know what? I fuck with them niggas now. They good.
They help us survive an asteroid attack.
It was like, bro, but yeah, we thought, honestly, you know, we kind of thought y'all was Frieza's men. They was like, bro, y'all been calling this nigga Frieza's men for a minute. Bro, I am free. Who the fuck is Frieza? Then they told the backstory. Frieza didn't even show up.
No, that's what's so crazy is that they told the whole backstory of everything that happened, and not one time did you see Frieza at all. But it was his low-level men. And
the thing that's crazy is they were just like, bro, they was like, why is these niggas attacking us? What's going on? Hey, bro, I'm going to shoot you in the face unless you say Frieza is your Lord and Savior. They're like, Frieza is our Lord and Savior. Bow!
Right.
Not quick enough. Bro, they was just
like, if he's really your Lord and Savior, then you won't mind dying for him.
Ooh. Ooh.
Like, what? Yeah. That makes no fucking sense.
And then I think it was like the look on Gohan's eyes when they like made Boone realize. He was like, oh, that's the type of shit that I had too. He was like, fuck. But he goes to the backstory and he sees his parents die, but they all got them to leave. These niggas got on ships. They the only one that we know of that survived.
They were the only ones. They said they only survived because of the reflective mirrors on the ship. Mm-hmm. So they couldn't see them, but all the other children
gone.
Space debris.
I wonder where they was going.
Doesn't matter.
Well, no, I know where they was going. They said it was a planet that they their parents used to go to a lot that they wouldn't mind helping them.
You know what I also realized too? Well, remember when Popo was talking to Bulma on Earth? And he told her, yeah, all the other Namekians that abandoned Namek went to other planets and stuff. So I was like, so there are Namekians out in space right now that we don't know about that never come up again. Another thing in Dragon Ball that they just forgot about.
I don't even think they forgot about it. I just don't think that nigga wanted to add to it. Niggas in Daima can do it if they want to.
There was so much like opportunity.
It was meat left on the bone.
That could have been such a good look. The only thing we know about, or that comes up later, which isn't even canon, is Lord Slug. Outside of him, we never see anything related to the Namekians again. There are Namekians out there. I'm so mad.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
It's such a good opportunity.
So they was like, hey, man, we saved y'all. You know, appreciate y'all being cool with us, but hey, we going to Namek. They was like, Namek? They was like, we passed Namek like 5 days ago.
It's a shortcut.
Yeah, it's a shortcut.
In space.
Well, I'm pretty sure that, you know, there's certain things in space that probably make you move faster or some shit. So, you know, I don't know. I'm making this shit up. It's like, oh.
I can understand if it was something like, if you slingshot off this planet here, you should be able to make it there a little faster. It won't. That's like, no, if you just take these coordinates this way instead of going straight towards Namek. Like, what, huh?
Well, maybe the gravitational pull in these other planets, like people just don't use that coordinate because, that planet was in the way. Because they did say that, in that shortcut was a destroyed nebula.
I suppose.
Because they went through that shit. And Bulma didn't give a fuck. She said, bruh, it's just a recently destroyed nebula.
It's fine.
It's basically a storm in space. Stop being a bitch. Like, let me finish going to sleep. Always crying for Goku.
And then as they're about to leave, the little boy remembers, oh yeah, also there's a fake I
don't even think he even went that far. He's like, hey, before you go, it's a fuck.
Oh well.
Yep, they strong.
They gone. Yeah. Like, how about knock on the ship door?
No. Bulma was way too impatient. She'd have heard. Still took off.
I wonder what they wanted. Oh well. Bitch.
She's like, what is that? Oh, this probably just some asteroid that we kind of hit. Don't worry about it. We was parked. And let me tell you, I said this earlier. They on the ship with a power level, and they was like, bro, we need to speed it up. The fucking ship got Kaioken.
We can make it there in no time. This little detour won't mean anything to us.
So they ended up doing that shit, and then literally the thing on the screen had red on it. And she was like, no, this is Namek.
It's like, it's green, ain't it? It's Namek, nigga. Stop worrying about it, Krillin.
We didn't even know Namek was green. So why the fuck we heard Namek was destroyed?
Don't worry about it.
Nigga, what? This blue haired bitch get on my nerves. Why the fuck is she the leader? She fucked the Yamcha. I don't trust this bitch at all.
Who put her in charge? I would rather the 5-year-old be in charge.
Bro, she was literally butt ass naked around a community of children.
She was.
I'm not listening to your orders.
Like, you don't know what privacy means, huh?
They're just like, man, I just don't understand why we listen to her and take all of her fucking instructions. And then he just remembered because she smacked the shit out of him. He was like, oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah.
Her hits hurt.
Yeah, okay.
Even though I've trained my whole life. Like, okay.
Yeah, that's just like how when Nami be fucking up Luffy. He made a rubber, but he be having knots on his shit.
She do be beating his ass. I ain't gonna lie.
So they finally get to Namek, crash land on this bitch.
No, what happened was they landed in the worst place possible. Bulma landed on the edge of a cliff. Mm-hmm. And that shit shattered.
And that shit fell down. They fucking crash land. Bro, when they show how it looked, the hatch was open. Bulma was out the window.
I was like, they crashed so hard, they crashed out of the ship.
They didn't even have to use a password to open it.
Like, how do you crash that hard?
They slammed so hard, the effect of the slam sounded like Piccolo. That just said, wow! Like, damn. That shit was that effective. So
they wake up surrounded by 2 Namekians. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, we heard y'all ship crash and we just wanted to help. Wink. Y'all are real friendly for people who just met foreign aliens. Like, yeah, we just like to help. Oh, y'all wanted these Dragon Balls too. Come on, let's go on a grand tour.
Mom was like, I don't trust these niggas.
I wouldn't either.
I'm like, maybe they want to get the Dragon Balls after we get them.
My thing would have been, all right, so I'm in my head, I'm thinking these are the only 2 Namekians left on this supposed to have been uninhabitable planet. Y'all know about the Dragon Balls. I'm sure y'all must have some means of getting the Dragon Balls yourselves. And yet,
not really.
Well, probably not. But how do the real Namekians, like, they just hoard the Dragon Balls in villages throughout the planet?
Yeah, they just put the Dragon Balls inside of like their like chief, like inside their chief's house.
But my at least for me anyway, if I land on a planet, see only 2 surviving people left, I'm going to think, why didn't they just use the Dragon Balls? That would have been my thought process when I first got there. That would have made me not trust you in the first place.
Well, my thing is, they weren't the only surviving thing on that planet. It just was chilling.
The only intelligent life, really.
No.
Well, they did go to a castle.
Yeah.
Fucking giant.
Yeah. So they ended up going on the mission. Like, Bulma was like, oh, fuck no. I ain't doing this shit regularly. Let me pull out the motherfucking flying bins. Wow. That nigga was like, that's not going to work. Because you're going to be flying around. They're going to see that shit and fuck with you. Let me get another ship that flies around and they won't fuck with us.
Like, huh?
I was like, okay.
Wait, right. They both fly though. So what's the problem?
Get in my hoopty.
This one is rusted. They only appreciate luxury on this planet.
Yeah.
Like, what? So stupid.
So they go on their hunt for Dragon Balls. They found one in like a lake, another one where a dinosaur ate it and it ended up falling in an acid pit.
And they sent a 5-year-old down to get it.
That they perfectly had a suit that fit only Gohan.
Exactly. There are so many things in this fake Namek park that's like,
And my dumb ass was believing all of it. When I was a kid, I was just like, man, they're gonna get the wish no time. Stupid as shit.
And you know the real questionable thing? So one of the Dragon Balls is in like this tomb, and as they're walking down the stairs, they see cave paintings of other creatures entirely. And I was like, damn, that don't look like a Namekian at all. And the Namekian, quote unquote, says, yeah, not all Namekians look alike. Y'all didn't question that?
You know what's so crazy?
From every Namekian y'all have seen so far, and what Vegeta's and Nappa said when they came on Earth and pointed out the Namekian, it should tell you all Namekians look alike.
Yeah, when you get the real Namek, they do look different.
But they're all green with pointy ears and tentacles.
Well, we didn't know he was green. They had pointy ears and tentacles on that hieroglyphic.
They ain't had no tentacles.
Yes, they did.
I gotta go back and look. They ain't had no tentacles.
They had the little shit on their forehead.
Them shits look like bubblegum.
Well, that's when they used it to read your mind. But all right, we ain't gonna get to that. So basically, you know, they end up getting the 3. It was just like, well, shit, nigga, we rolling. Let's get the rest. One of them was in a cast. Well, first off, they looked for the next one the next day, which they went to the other Namekian nigga.
Yeah, why did they? Well, I don't know.
I know why they switched it now, but at the time, because they were fixing the ships. So
Yeah.
the other one probably just was better at something.
Yeah, probably.
So they were... Because the whole time I'm watching this shit, I was like, bro, they have no reason to do this. So I'm like, I don't remember what their reasoning was. Then you find out, and I was like, okay, that makes sense to a certain degree.
I still would have been skeptical the whole time. Like, y'all are the only 2 beings left on this planet. My last thing that I'm worried about, if I'm the last thing on any planet, is helping you find stuff on the planet I'm trying to get away from.
Well, they didn't know that they were trying to get away from it.
But if I land on a planet and see there's only 2 people left, my first thing is going to be, don't they want to get off this planet?
Well, my thing is, we don't know there's only 2 people left. These niggas just chilling.
They ran around the whole planet and only seen them.
It was there. It was people there. Like, not people there, excuse me. It was animals there, so you would think people would be there.
By like the 4th Dragon Ball, I've been like, how come ain't no more of y'all here?
And as soon as they...
And why don't y'all want to get off?
And as soon as they thought about that, they ended up looking for one. It was like 40 meters away, and they in like a forest. First off, that shit's terrifying. You see a forest full of bird Pokemon.
Right.
Like a forest full of Tropius. That shit would have fucked me up. Then they get on that and they flew them to this castle on top of this cliff.
This nigga had a Dragon Ball as an accessory.
That's hard.
That's hard as shit.
But it ain't like they ain't do that to Gohan.
They did. They put that shit on a hat and had a 4-year-old walking around with the most valuable item in their universe.
He was a straight walking advertisement. So they pull up on that shit. That nigga knocked the fuck out and sleeping with a snake. That's gangster as a bitch.
It really is. Hell no.
No.
Hell no. Let that shit get bored and just wrap itself around your neck. It's over.
Yeah, so they go, this nigga sleeping, and Bulma being Bulma loud as fuck when a nigga is sleeping, bro.
I hated that. She literally walked up to him right next to his ear and said, "Wake the fuck up, bitch ass nigga. We want that ball."
You're like, well, bitch, are you crazy?
Loud as shit. Like, hello, we're here. Wakey, wakey, nigga. I want the ball.
Bro, we ain't trying to fight this nigga, bro. Don't wake him the fuck up. Gohan ain't even got a tail.
He can't gentrify no more.
I'm like, gentrify is crazy. That's crazy.
That's what they got giant for, to gentrify communities.
Oh. They made Uzaro aggressively do that shit.
Yes.
Well, so first off, a lot of this thought process was flawed because they're looking for it, can't find it. Just like we said, it was on his earring. So they pulling that shit off. This nigga wakes up, right? Bulma, smartest nigga there, goes into what looks like a toy plane on a bookshelf. Mm-hmm. Why the fuck do you think that was going to fly?
Why didn't y'all fly? Gohan could have grabbed the Namekian, quote unquote. Krillin could have grabbed Bulma, and they could have flown out of there.
And the thing that's crazy is she was just like, bro, while I fix this plane, fight that nigga.
Excuse me? Like, y'all came in my house, in my castle, and robbed me, and now you're trying to kill me.
They kicked him in the face. That nigga just headbutt them back. I was just like, and then that's when Krillin said, all right, nigga, I mean business. Did a destructo disc. I'm like, wow, Krillin. I was like, damn, bro. I was like, oh, okay. I ain't see no blood, but that nigga just was made out of like gravel.
That nigga was made out of a construction site.
Yeah, and this nigga just had a piece of him gone. They shot a beam, took his arm off, and then flew away into the sunlight. I was like, ain't that a bitch, bro?
And then Krillin was just immobilized.
And then Krillin was like, man, that was a crazy fight. And you know, Krillin been on multiple adventures. So, of course, whenever you do a real fun adventure, you like to look back on your memories. He looked back, he was like, why is that castle changed?
He looked back and said, why is that castle not there?
He's like, what the fuck is going on?
Look back again and it was there. He's like, huh.
Yeah, and he started fucking with them sensu beans. So then
they're hallucinogenic.
Then they go to like this ice cavern. And they have to use their energy to melt the ice to be able to get the Dragon Ball. I ain't gonna even lie. When they started sliding down that little ice shit, it reminded me of that one level on Mario 64 when you had to race the penguin.
Oh, don't get me started. That shit gave me the worst anxiety of my life.
I literally, and it's so crazy, is we didn't have like online to be able to have a walkthrough. I found that shortcut organically.
You's a bitch.
I found that shit organically. Like I didn't remember running into that shit. Then I just went through it and I was at the end of the race. I was like, yo. I'm like, that's hard.
That shit gave me anxiety.
I was like, man, Willie Earl, you a bad motherfucker. I was like, ain't that some shit? So they ended up sliding down that shit.
Number 3 time that they forgot I can fly.
And you see a big ass snowball start coming down that shit chasing them. It was like,
that's so funny.
It was like, bro, we gotta slow this shit down. And Gohan knew it was a bad idea. Because Krillin was like, Gohan, look at the ceiling.
Spikes. It'll slow it down.
He said, don't tell me you thinking what I think you're thinking.
Yes, let's do it.
He said, all right. First comes rock. He's like, what? He was like, oh, we shooting beams. All right. Shot a beam.
Them shits down. The snowball picked them shits up and became a spiked snowball now.
Put it in worst situation.
The worst situation. And then they fall off a cliff and magically remember now that they can fly.
Yeah.
Nigga.
It was like, good Lord, thank God I can fly.
You could have flown the whole time. Nah, we just wanted an adventure.
Yeah. I was definitely about to make an R. Kelly joke about I believe I can fly, but I stopped.
I was like, y'all out here having a magical adventure across a foreign planet while your friends are dead. I hate y'all.
And I was like, all right, we made it out of here. Then they go into the last Dragon Ball. First the fuck off. Why the fuck didn't you question this Namekian? He was just, because first off, when y'all was melting the ice, this nigga was gone.
And he was gone the whole rest of the time.
Then y'all showed up to this nice fucking cave in the middle, like not a cave, but like a statue in the middle of the water, and he back. Nah, bro. I wouldn't trust that shit, but they trust the niggas. So they went over to that shit out of nowhere. Gohan was just like, yo, what the fuck is holding on to me?
It feels slimy. Somebody help me.
And they said, what the fuck? Bulma said, stop playing, nigga. Ain't no time for this shit.
Oh, now is not time for this shit.
He was like, all right, go, Krillin, go over there and help Gohan. Yeah, I know where you is. Bulma over there getting held up. These niggas was looking at Krillin. He said, we ready to procreate. He was like, oh my. And then he was just like, wait a minute. Then you find out that this was all an illusion after they transformed into this hideous fucking creature.
So they got the technology on this planet to make illusions happen, read memories and shit, but not a spaceship?
Well, they did have a spaceship, but they used that part to create that little fake laboratory they had. Because they were scientists too. These niggas were smart. They was fixing the ship. So I'm pretty sure they know basic technology.
They know how to be basic idiots.
Well, they were. Then I'd like, out of no fucking where, when they was grabbing up Bulma, then they were just like, hey, my nigga, this is all an illusion. And shit turned out, they was like, Gohan was like, all right, it's all an illusion. They grabbed up Bulma, which was kind of sus. He looked down, see all these tentacles. He said, Krillin, dear God, what's the rating of this show? It was like, it's PG. Oh my God, I thought we was going to it's still action genre, right? Boy, this shit was about to turn to a whole fucked up thing right here with all these tentacles.
He was like, I'm 5. How do I know this?
And I read this shit in the science book.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, what are you making me read?
Yeah, so then they were just like, all right, so don't worry. You know, we don't have a taste for violence, so we're not coming to kill y'all. Those are meat eaters, though. but they only eat at nighttime. They just gonna hold y'all there. The reason why we did this is because we need y'all ship. And in about an hour, we're gonna get the only escape. Very convenient.
Perfect time. Y'all crashed at the perfect time. And this whole illusion was to just hold y'all here until the sky opened up just the right way for us to steal your ship and get away.
So hopefully I make it out of here, but we don't really give a fuck. So
have fun.
Took off running. And then Bulma just standing there. Krillin was like, bro, chase him. What am I gonna do when I catch him? Do something.
You're a scientist, bitch. You didn't bring weapons. She was like, this is not America. I don't use my technology for weaponry.
Chase him down, bitch. She tripping. Always her.
She chases them down, sees them, and then the funniest scene ever. So they're mind readers, right? They knew the reasoning for why they came here. They knew what the Dragon Balls looked like and everything, but didn't read the part of Bulma's mind where it tells you exactly how to operate the ship.
Well, they probably was reading like the front part of what they're really thinking.
They got to the ship and said, Alakazam, open door now.
Open the door and take us to Namek.
The ship just stood there with crickets.
I was like, what the fuck is a button somewhere?
Like, why don't I see any controls?
It was like, shit, I ain't gonna just sit here and waste time because we only got an hour before that shit open up. Let's go get that blue-haired woman.
Her stupid ass.
She was like, oh shit, they gonna go back and look for me?
Hide.
I'm already here.
They can't look for me because I'm already just full display for them.
Well, she ducked behind a rock. So
she did.
But then it goes back to Gohan and Krillin, and they fucking struggling.
Still.
Because they were just like, all right, they just going to hold us here until nighttime. Krillin, what time is it? 7 o'clock. Pulling them with water. I was like, oh, it's nighttime.
It's like, it's 7 o'clock on the dot.
And they got pulled in the fucking water. Now, I ain't gonna lie, Gohan was the one who figured it out first because when he was underwater, he started flying to kind of like detach himself. He's like, all right, I got one. Shot some beams to get up, like shot a beam to get them away. Lost the other one. Still had two attached to him. He shot like a beam over by Krillin. They let go of Krillin. Krillin was just like, I got arms. That nigga was just like, bro.
He flies to Krillin, grabs his hand. They do the hardest beam whirlwind I've ever seen.
That shit was fucking tough.
That shit was hard as fuck. They don't never do anything like that again.
I ain't gonna
like, where was this move for Frieza?
I ain't gonna even, nigga, that wouldn't have done shit.
It wouldn't.
I ain't gonna even lie though. When you remember the part on My Hero when he saved that one girl with the horn. Mm-hmm. Like, as soon as they grabbed hands, I thought of that.
You an idiot.
I was like, oh, this is beautiful. Then they broke out the water, and it was good. Then it goes back to the ship with the two aliens who trying to figure this shit out. They was like, bro, get the blue hair girl. We need to peel.
They get her, and she doesn't have a choice, I guess, but to tell them exactly what the password is.
She was like, all right, how do you get into this ship? She was like, I'm going to Namek. I can drop y'all niggas off. He was like, it's going to take 5 years to get to our planet. You sure you up to that?
They said 500, I think.
Oh, 500, that's right.
Yeah.
It was like,
otherwise, they were like, y'all can just, I would have been bullshit negotiating with them. I've been like, once we get to Namek, y'all can just have the ship. We'll find a way home on our own. Something besides just, here's the password.
Mm-hmm. And then she was like, oh my gosh, what? Piccolo. Trying to look hard as a bitch, and she got on the platform with him. They pushed her ass off. Get the fuck off. I was like, all right, bitch, you gonna be here with your friends, and hopefully you don't jump in the water. Don't drink the water. That'll make you shit like crazy. And then y'all gonna have some fun. This weird shit here. We've been here for a while. Enjoy yourselves. Piccolo. Started going up. It was just like, bro, we made it, bro.
Finally.
I didn't know where you hear Gohan. Piccolo.
You know what's been funny, though? Them niggas get in the ship thinking they're good and go nowhere because they don't know any other Namekian words.
You know what's so crazy? I thought you was in my mind just now. But I'm thinking something different. You know how hard I would have laughed when they was flying through space, Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma, and then they were just reminiscing on the fight. They was like, man, we really had a hard time with Piccolo dying, and the ship opened. They was going too fast.
It would have been over. It would have sucked them out of that ship.
They was like, we had a hard time trying to fight. Like, seeing Piccolo die. Piccolo. Just open, close. So Gohan was just like, hey, you ain't taking our ship, my nigga. All right, nigga, put your hands up. Bow, bow. It was like, they was mad easy. They was like, bro, I told you we didn't have an appetite for violence.
No, not even a little bit. We're pink.
Mm-hmm.
The only other pink one we know of that's tough is Dodoria. That's our uncle. He has an appetite for violence.
Yeah. I'm about to say, you don't want to see him knock on your door, Rhea. Get it? Like, get it? It's all right. But nah. So then they just pull off, and this nigga's just like, those niggas were like, bro, we're going to have to wait a long time again. Then it showed them arriving on planet Namek.
You know what's so funny? They land on the planet, and Bulma finally decides to, I don't know, be a scientist. Be like, all right, let me test the air quality on this planet to make sure that it's breathable. And before we head out there,
she looks down and then see them already on the ground like, my damn, we need to go fishing. I was like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you?
She hops out that shit and hits them niggas hard as fuck. Like, hello, foreign land.
Yo, you know what's so crazy? If it wasn't for like going into the atmosphere and knowing that burns. You remember when they was on the ship and then they dropped on that hatch, or they was on the ship with the kids and they dropped in the hatch and I had to use the beams and Krillin lost his hat? If that went to an atmosphere and didn't burn up, somebody got some mean ass drip, bruh. A half a hat with Kami on that bitch, niggas gonna be like, oh, bruh, nobody on this planet got this.
See their antennas popping out the top?
Yeah.
Where the hole is?
Yeah. They were just like, oh my God, we just created the visor. That shit went so hard.
Just imagine Saiyan hair popping out the top of that bitch.
Bruh.
Whoo.
Tough.
Hard.
Tough. And like, think about it, brother. Like, it just fell on the planet. They was like, what is this? They put in their arm through it. No. They were just like, I can't figure it out. They put it on their hat. They was like, oh my God, that's awesome. They was like, yo, what are you going to call that visor? I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out later. Then it just look into the universe.
Oh, you saying the person who put it on his name was Visor?
Yeah.
That's stupid as shit. That is how most things are named. Is this named after the person who made it or discovered it?
Yeah.
Jamestown.
You'd be like, yeah, I'm from North Christopher Columbus. I'm sorry. I won't do that again. So she get mad at them. She go down. She was like, bro, we didn't know it was breathable, nigga. Like, fuck that shit. Oh, let me call back on Earth and let them know that we made it here safely.
As she's doing that, first off, Gohan picks something up.
Gohan said, what the fuck was that? They was just like, bro, you tripping. They already said Namek was a peaceful place. We don't got to worry too much.
They look up and see the worst nightmare.
They're just like, Gohan? Please, God, tell me that was a bug. What the ship look like, though?
Death.
Who you think's on that ship?
I'll give you a hint. It has a V for a hairline.
Good Lord. First off, his widow's peak was aggressive.
Extremely.
That shit touched his nose.
There's no fucking way he got here. At the same time, we got here. This is just, it can't be happening. They tell Bulma, hey, leave. Me and Gohan to figure it the fuck out. Just go get Goku or somebody else, please. And Master Roshi will do at this point. Get somebody to help us. It's like, all right, yeah, so I'll be gone for 2 months. Good luck surviving this bullshit.
Didn't another ship come out of nowhere?
They look up and see another one. It was like, no!
Vegeta got a brother? Oh my God, we done as a bitch. And then first off, it shows a village destroyed, bodies, blood coming out them. And I'm gonna tell you what made me nervous.
What?
They already have 4 Dragon Balls. It was
when Bulma pulls it up on a scouter, she's like, oh, if we go to these 4 over here, if Vegeta hadn't shown up, they would have went there. But she said, it's already 4 collected. We collect those, we already over halfway done. No. Y'all should panic. My thing was, when they landed, nobody on the planet can conceal their power levels. They should have felt that threat as soon as they got off the ship.
Yeah.
Frieza, which is weird because he can conceal. His forms are to conceal.
But you still feel that first form.
True. But yeah, even if it won't Frieza you felt, the other 2 niggas that were next to him, you most certainly would have. Everybody in that village was top of the top and had 4 Dragon Balls. But that's it for now. After this, we get into the good shit.
You like, and after this, the best part happens. My hero. All right, y'all have yourselves a good one. That would piss me off if that was
starting
real.
From season 1 of My Hero. We'll be back with Dragon Ball 6 months from now.
They be like, next time on Dragon Ball Z, Bulma ain't shit. Y'all following her still? Tune in. No, nigga, you didn't tell us what's happening next episode. Give us a clue.
We'll see y'all next year with more of the Namek saga.
I used to hate that nigga.
For real.
I used to like, bruh, you gave away so much shit. They was like, Goku just defeated Frieza with the spirit bomb, and now they're safe. Or are they? I'm like, oh my God, bro. I thought he was dead. All the spirit bombs we seen before was just like a small beam.
Between that and the title of the episode being Frieza survives. Like, nigga, what? I know he survived before the episode starts. Like, God damn it.
It should have just something like a new hope or something that threw us off.
And then the next episode was Krillin dies.
What?
What? No. Friendship lost.
I was like, who? What the fuck? Goku survives Namek. He's in peril right now. How?
The planet is blowing up. How? Muffin button.
That was good. That was very fucking good. All right, y'all.
Next time.